Well, good evening, everyone. And you're back with Madam again. Tonight's Ask Madam, we have a psychic medium who also owns a shop, and she's in New Jersey. And her name is Anna, and she's going to be with DNTV. So that's pretty exciting. And we're going to bring her on right now. Let me get my little arrow, and then there we go.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
Anna.
Hey.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I wanted to hear more from you about how did you get involved with DNTV? When did you meet those guys? And
It just kind of happened out of the blue. I knew them through somebody else, and I just kind of got really lucky. And we started talking, and he really liked my who I was, and
Mhm.
wanted to promote me and get myself out there. And after that, we kind of just clicked, and he promoted me on to having my own show with them, and it's going
Nice,
good. They are wonderful people. They are
great.
generous, and the best group you could ever ask for to
Mhm.
be part of. So,
Yeah, they're nice people over there. And
oh,
so then,
he's
yeah, how long have you been a medium? I mean, when did you? I mean, you probably always have, but how? When did you know that that was something that you were able to do?
I figured out that I was seeing a lot of weird things when I was a teenager, and kind of started at the high school, and it kind of just grew on me as times went on, and kept seeing spirits and weird signs, and I just didn't understand what it was. So I kind of asked my mom, and she said, "Well, your aunt has what you have," and she said we have
Oh,
side of the family. My mom
uh-huh.
knew she had it too, but she really wasn't into it as my aunt was. So
Right.
told me all about it. So I was like, okay, now I'm very into it. So as time went on, I started um, taking classes, taking tarot card classes from a teacher. And then she was like,
Mhm.
how do you do all that? How do you do all those readings without tarot cards? And you just sit there and read a person. I was like, once it starts, it just starts. I don't have a control over it.
Yeah.
So
So the information is just basically kind of fed
it,
to
yeah,
you,
it
and you
just
just keep hearing things. Do you hear things? Do you see things? How does that work for you?
basically when I do my readings, I will start with the client and start with the cards. A lot of times they don't need the cards. Um, a lot of times the spirits will come in and interrupt me. That's only if the spirit is very strong with them. It doesn't happen all the time. So what
Uh-huh.
happens to me is I get a lot of images. I get a lot of pictures. A lot of times I get sentences. So it's kind of like a Ouija board in a way, but it's just how they all put it all together.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it would be like they would tell me a very important message from when they were alive with that person, and they would show me, okay, for example, it'll be a car, and that car is a specific color, and then the client will understand what that car means, and then it will
Mhm.
then all these pictures and images and memories will start coming in. So
Oh,
it
wow.
that's what it's meant for, so they understand what that who that person is. So
Uh-huh.
I can tell if it's a relative or a friend or just a person being there, their guides. It just depends on the energy of the spirit that comes through.
Yeah. How interesting.
Mm.
And so, do you do you specifically call upon particular spirits, or is it just whoever comes?
Yep, it's whoever comes with the client. I don't call on
Okay.
anybody. Like I said, once it starts, the person goes along with it. So if it's
Yeah.
there, if not, I have to tell the client, you know, um, I tell the client very honest answers only because I don't want them to getting disappointed a lot of times if their spirits does not come through. So
Okay.
It just all depends on
Sometimes
the
sometimes you maybe don't really have anything more than just some common sense to give them. Yeah. Sometimes with tarot readings, it's like you see things go in a certain way and you can tell it's like they just need to hear a certain message. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, that a message is very important to them, and that's what I tell them all the time. Like, when you receive a message, it's just not any message. It's a message for you that you don't always see in everyday
Right.
part, and that's something
Yeah.
that I want to deliver, and that's what I do try. And when I do, it's very touching for me to deliver it for
Oh
them.
yeah. Oh yeah, and you're helping people so much. Either put something to rest,
Yeah,
or understand something better, or just understand themselves better, or just like put things in the past that should be in the past. You know what I mean?
yeah, I love helping people. I love getting in touch with them for something they need to hear, and this really means a lot to me. So,
Yeah. Um, do you ever do you know what's it like on the other side? I mean, do you know? I mean, have they told you what
um,
it's like to cross over, or I mean,
a
share
lot,
with us what you know.
a lot of times they do tell me. Sometimes they just really want to get that message across to their relatives and loved ones. Um, they do show me a lot of weird things that I don't want to see half the time. They
Oh
don't
my.
what it's like on the other side, but I think they do tell me that they're very lonely, they're lost, they're confused sometimes, and when they do come to my reading, and I get the feeling where they do are satisfied once they get that message delivered to families and friends.
Oh, so do you think there's some that maybe just hang around waiting for someone like you to come along and help them give them that message, you know?
That's the feeling that I do get most of the time. It's like I'm a magnet, and in the minute I you know, I start, it's like sometimes I feel like they follow, and I tell them all the time, please don't follow me. I can't help every single one of you. I wish I
Right.
could, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can get involved with a spirit that you don't want to be involved with, and you gotta be
Right.
most of the time when you're doing this kind of stuff. So,
Well, somebody told me once that if they were a jerk in real life, in life, they were probably going to be a jerk in the afterlife too.
yeah.
Is that do you find that kind of to be
Oh,
the
yeah,
case?
we get the cranky ones, we get the real mean ones, and I think they can't help it most of the time because that's how they passed away. So,
Oh.
you pass away angry, you're gonna be dead angry. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then that makes sense. It really does that you'd be the same in life as you were in death, or vice versa.
yep,
Yeah. It does make sense.
yeah,
um, I think you can manifest your own afterlife. I don't know. What do you think about that?
oh, definitely,
Yeah. Because I think if you think it's fire and brimstone, it might just be because that's what you thought it would be.
yep,
Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking, rows after row of MJ plants, and the smell is just so dank. You've never, that's died and gone to heaven for me, though. So, oh Lord, it has to be a garden. It would definitely, my heaven would be a garden of some kind. So,
yeah,
yeah. Are you thinking the same?
yeah,
What's your, yeah. I mean, some people would like to be on the beach or, but Nicola says would love to hear from her mom, but I don't know. Is it possible to do things like that, like remotely, um, call upon spirits with this
well,
person?
see, a lot of times when I sit with a client, I'm very honest on how I do things, like I said before, because if you want it so badly when you sit and do the reading, it's not always going to happen because you want it so badly. So when you sit
Right.
with me and do the reading and don't think about it, just let it happen, because
Hmm.
going to get disappointed that your mom is not always going to be there. It could be just your dad, or it could be somebody else. And I had that
Right.
happen all the time, because that Pacific spirit really wants to, send you a message. Maybe you had a fight before that person passed away, and they really
Mm,
eager to get it through. So
right.
I would love to do a reading for you, for your mom, but like I said, it's not always going to happen if it's not the right time.
Yeah, that was Nicola. So maybe you could contact her separately or something. I think she might be in the UK. Are you
Yeah,
in the UK, Nicola? um, and also, if anybody would like to contact me, and conversely, Anna, you can get me at skeletonkeywitches@gmail.com. Anytime, day or night, anytime. uh I'll put the banner up there. There we go. So then if people have questions, they
sure.
can ask them there. So let's see. Oh yes, England. Okay, Nicola is in England. So which I love. I love the English people.
Oh, there's
And they
unbelievable.
are so great. Yeah. And I have yet to meet anybody who's English and real crappy, you know.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
aunt was English, and she was one of the nicest people you'd ever want to know. And they traveled the world, you know, and she'd tell me her story. So I have a very good English accent, and
yeah.
I could put
I
it
enjoy
on
the
and
English
never
accent.
take it off. Pardon me?
I enjoy the English accent. It's really neat.
It's very nice. So that's why I put one on myself. And then whenever I want to hear it, I can. I said I'll just go to England and I'll just stay there and try and blend in, and then that way I would, I wouldn't have to worry about my accent. Go, and then we need to hear this accent. Well, there you are. I did the English for you, and it's somebody said, well, why not Cockney? And I said, well, because when I was a child, my cousin Patrick would come and he'd say, hello, Mum. Bloody nice day we're having. And my Aunt Pat would say, oh, Patrick, please don't say bloody. It's so rude.
Oh God.
So, yeah. So then I always like, and you wouldn't want to go to lunch with the Queen and have a Cockney accent. So,
Right. Uh,
no, I won't get to go to lunch with her anyway. So, sadly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's, they're mourning now in the
Yeah.
nation. So I still can't get over it. King Charles. It's good. Thank you, Nicola. All right. So even the English think my English accent's good.
Yeah.
And so then tell me more about your store that you have going there in New
Well,
Jersey.
it's not that it's a store for right now. It's online only.
Oh,
Something that
okay.
I'm hoping in the future that one day I will have a store, but I'm gonna just take my time with it right now and just have it
Yeah.
online. Um,
Yep.
I all different types of candles. I do have some with me that I'm gonna show if that's okay
Oh,
to
great. Yeah, let's see them.
have an idea. Only have two with me at the moment, and I like to make any type of candle. I label everything. I make sure I write everything out for everybody, so this way they don't have to like search and don't understand what this does, what this herb does, or
Right.
I figured it will make the client more happy and say, "Oh, there you go, there's a card," and there, now you have the information with the candle. So
Yeah.
uh, less stress. You don't want to have all that. So
Uh-huh.
certain of my candles that I'm going to show is that I do put color and essential oils. I try to put the herbs and the oils with the candle of the meaning. So,
Right.
say if you want a candle of a healing candle, I can put a specific oil that you want
Uh-huh.
with or herbs. It depends on how you feel about your candle.
Right.
So, so this one is like this.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
I do design them. As you can see, this one is labeled and it explains what the herb is all about. And I
Uh-huh.
put top and stuff like that. And they do have the
Uh-huh.
warning sticker on the side I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to burn a candle. So, but
Well,
but
you got to put the
we
warning on there
try to
anyway.
keep people safe and everything else. So this is a blue one. Okay, so this one has the
Nice.
crystal in it with the herbs on top, and like this one also has everything labeled. So those are the two that I have. There is something. What did I do with it? I'm gonna get it here. I do make the Hocus Pocus book. Is one of my pride things that I am very happy and is going very well over here.
Hmm.
So I wanted to show you. This is what I make.
Oh,
So
that's beautiful.
thank you. I do everything by hand. It's a journal. I keep it
Uh-huh.
because this way, if you want to put your own spells in it, your recipe,
Yeah.
anything for Halloween,
Yep.
you can do it. So this is the side, this is the fingers and everything, the back of the
Oh,
book.
beautiful.
Thank you. So,
I know they take a lot of work too.
yeah, but I enjoy making them.
Yeah.
I do. So I only make candles in the book.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Do
the
you make your own paper as well for inside the book, or is that
no.
something that you know?
So this way, if they want to put any of their spells in there, or write as a diary, as
Uh-huh.
to do with Wicca or whatever, they could
Yeah.
do that. Like I just don't want to put something in there that they're not happy with. So
Right. Well,
there's
yeah, and then they can make it personal, like you said, because
yeah,
like I have my little grimoires, I think you call them, and it's
right,
basically like my little spell books, and I take notes in them and
yeah,
stuff, and
got it.
dates down for full moons and things like that, and
Right.
yeah.
So yep. So they go for about $60. PayPal is acceptable. I will ship
Okay,
out.
that's
So
very reasonable.
yep. Yeah, I try to be reasonable.
And then do you do different outer designs on them too?
Yeah, just like the movie, the stitches,
Hmm.
and everything. So I try to make it look just like the movie.
Oh, I
So
see. Okay, yep.
yeah, I didn't know if you actually see it. Let me see if you can see it real quick. See how it's like,
The eyeball, yeah,
yep. So
I love that.
yep,
Do you like do you use like clay to like
yeah,
mold those?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
I use
That's super. That is a really a great work of art, really. That's awesome.
yeah. I take a lot of pride into it. So
Yeah. And you should. Those are nice. Here's my little craft. Because the witchcraft, there is a craft to it too.
oh
But
yeah, put all
this
your
one's got bergamot in it, and I use teacups and saucers, and
okay.
maybe you just got one, hanging around of any particular one, and they're beeswax. So
Yeah,
I love beeswax. Um, and so then I do those just for myself, really, for fun.
yeah.
So
Oh, it's just anytime the candle. Halloween's always around in
oh
so if you want like a Halloween candle during Christmas, I could do that. So because I know
yeah,
how much I love Halloween. So,
oh
but I do like I said, I do Christmas candles. It doesn't always have to be Wicca. It can be for Reiki healing, uh,
hmm
meditations. Maybe just a plain candle with a
or
skull
a new moon candle or a full moon candle or
on candle. So if you want to message me and write in what you want in the candle, I could do that for you with no.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Like, if you had a particular spell that you were gonna
Right.
do, you really wanted to bolster it, that'd be
Don't
awesome.
want to make a candle and that is the wrong thing for that specific, you
Yeah,
know, spell, and then the spell goes wrong. You don't want to do that. So
right,
that's
right.
something specific. I'll put it all together for you.
Yep. Hey, have you ever done anything like a seance or Ouija board or anything like that? Have you ever called upon spirits in that fashion?
I've had in the past. I haven't never done a seance ever. I always wanted to, but I haven't done.
Mhm.
Ouija boards. I am a big collector. I've had
Oh,
used them
wow.
in the past, and I know I really shouldn't, but you sometimes it's like, ooh, you're just interested, and but
Sure.
I always sage afterwards because you really should, and
Yeah.
because you just never know.
Right. Well, yeah, and I think, you have to be able to protect yourself as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
because you don't want them to like latch on to you or something or
those things. Oh my god, I have to send you a picture. I have so many. I have like a full wall of them.
Mhm.
I'm a big collector.
Nice. And then Anthony asks us, why is it that Wiccan is always seen as dark magic? And I think, I don't know, Wicca is actually like it's sort of like a religion. I mean, it is, but it's like saying that all Christians are Lutherans is
Mm,
like saying that all witches are Wiccans,
right.
And I don't think it's dark magic necessarily. I
No
think that it's
types.
more earth based,
Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
many different types of witches in this religion. It's crazy. It's not all dark. Just because
No.
you know what it is? It's the TV that makes it look like it is dark and it is evil, but it's really
Yeah.
not. It's how you look at it. If you want
Well,
it
I think
to be
I think
evil,
anything can be painted evil. But yeah, you were saying, yeah, that I don't know why they think that being a witch is evil. I
it's not.
mean,
Trust me, it's really not. It's just what you believe in. And yeah, there is a dark side to it, but that's
mhm,
you want to go. That's the route you choose. So
right. And it is about what you choose,
yeah,
for sure. And I like that about being a witch because it is about what I choose for myself. I'm on my own path and I don't have to follow any prescribed path that was before me.
yeah,
And it's very personalized, I think,
it
being a
will.
witch.
You will eventually, once you get started, you'll find your way to what you
Oh yeah.
are.
Yep.
It's not going to happen. Like if you pick something, it's like, oh well, that is me. But sometimes it's not always the case.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I think I'm an eclectic witch because I take a little bit from here and a little bit from there,
Right.
whatever I think fits for me, and kind of meld it all together.
Yeah, I see myself as more nature. I'm
Yeah,
always the sounds at night. I'm always with the sounds during the day, and I'm more
mhm,
park a lot, and I just really enjoy the nature walks, and I
yeah,
just that's basically who I am. I just really enjoy the nature witch.
yeah, yeah. I'm kind of like a natural type person, and I was a chiropractor in my previous life, and so I think that it's important to be natural, treat your body in a natural way,
Oh, definitely.
that's conducive to nature and what we came from,
Yeah,
and don't separate yourself from nature. We're a part of nature.
yeah, basically, yeah. Because with witchcraft, you are with nature all the time. The
Oh
trees,
yeah,
they say it in the book all the time with trees and nature, and you gotta listen, and so it's a really
yeah.
big.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in tune with nature pretty much. And especially I live in a place that's conducive to that.
Yeah,
I live in between a marsh and the Mississippi River, which, it's big river. And I there's a lot of waterfowl and stuff here. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a good place to really touch nature. And
And
I make little jars of rocks. I call them grounding jars.
I was just
But like if you lived in an apartment in the city and you never got out to ground, you could at least like put these on the floor and just like rub your feet on
right,
them.
yeah, yeah. It's very important to when you're in nature, make sure you ground all the
Yeah,
time. So
yeah, yeah. Take your shoes off
yeah,
and walk
at the
around
top
barefoot.
of everything is to ground yourself.
Yeah. My friend, witch friend Nellie, we were talking about uh, going out in the moonlight, the full moon, like
Hmm.
bathing in the moonlight. So, yeah, we were moonlight bathing this last full moon. It's good. It feels good.
It
And
does.
yeah, it washes away a lot of the bullshit.
Yeah, you try. You try to get all the cut cords and try to get
Yeah.
all. gross stuff off of you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's a lot of it too, is not carrying around all this baggage that,
No,
you kinda get a hold of, and then it's like, "Nah, you gotta drop it. Drop the
yeah,
baggage and move
yeah,
on."
because you don't really want to use that when you're doing like your rituals or any type of spiritual work or anything like that, because it's just gonna turn bad. So,
Mhm. Yeah. What was it? You shouldn't use what now again? Say that
oh,
one more time.
it's gonna turn bad. I said, like if you
Turn
keep
it
extra
Oh, yes. Yeah,
negativity.
if you keep carrying that stuff around, and it stalls you out. It stops you
Oh,
from advancing.
it's so draining.
Yeah, it is draining. And then it's like you can't seem to move on to something new, and then you can't figure out why, why am I still stuck here? And
Yeah,
it's because you haven't really let go of the things from the past that were bothering you, to make room for new things to bother you. No, just kidding. New things, no, just good experiences, new things to be excited about.
right. Yeah,
It's sort of like the law of physics or law of attraction.
yeah.
So, yeah, if you don't leave a space for something to come into your life, it can't get in.
That's it.
Yeah. That's what I tell people when they hate their job. Then, give it up and go on the faith
That
that something that
just
is
move.
better for you is going to come along.
Yep. Why keep holding, negativity like that? If you don't like it, just let it go.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Make yourself happy, because that's really, I think, everything good in life comes from inner happiness, because this is where you can make happiness is inside of you. And it comes from loving yourself,
That's it.
and it comes from feeling empowered to be the person that you want to be. And so, yeah, I think it took me a while to learn that one, but I'm getting it. So anyway, what else do you have in the mix? Are you you're doing your show with DNTV? How are you guys
Yeah.
running that?
Having the show on Wednesday, 4 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock their time. I'm gonna be doing live readings.
Okay, so are people going to call in, or are they going to get with you ahead of
Yeah,
time so that you
yeah,
can kind of?
yeah. We usually talk about it the day before and see what we're gonna do with the show and go from there. But it's gonna be awesome. Like I said, they're awesome people. It's
Yeah.
great working with them, and you're gonna enjoy it. It's my new host TV on here, and I think we're gonna be doing lots of different stuff besides live readings. But um, I'm not gonna say any more just in case I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, that sounds good though. I mean, honestly, I just think it's so great that the gift that you have, to be able to do things like that and communicate, with spirits and just put people. It's sort of like putting people together, really. And so, like, have you? I'd like to do a séance sometime.
Okay.
What advice would you give me if I were gonna try to perform a séance and call on spirits?
Well, my advice is to just be very careful when you do that because you just don't know what you're inviting in. Because
Right.
you invite anything evil in there,
Okay.
it depends on your energy what you attract. So I would protect yourself first before you do any type of seance.
Sure. Meditate, use
Yeah,
crystal,
sage
um,
yourself. Put up
sage, yeah.
keep any items on you. Keep them in your pocket. But yeah, make sure you protect yourself first before you do a seance. Definitely, because
Okay.
it's like a whole new big door that you're opening. So you don't have
Right.
even you think that you're talking to the person that you are talking to. It
Mhm.
could be totally something different, and then now
Right.
you're with it. So definitely protect
Yeah.
yourself always before you do a seance.
Yeah. That's a good call. Well, and with Halloween coming up, people are going to be interested in doing things like that, and like the Ouija board,
Right.
and I think that probably the biggest message is don't mess with stuff that you don't feel really prepared to mess with.
Even though TV I mean, I love TV, but they make it seem like it's so easy. You can contact whoever. They make the Ouija board, being this huge game, and it's not a game. It's something that you should really
No.
take personally. Even though I do admit that I did play it in the past, but I know what to do. I just don't go into it and be like, "Oh, hey, Elvis, are you there?" No, I don't do stuff like that.
Right.
You gotta take it really, really seriously because you never know when if you get an evil spirit, it can hit you like a ton of bricks, and it's like, okay, well now she's passed out on the floor. What do I do? That's something
Yeah.
else to really think about too when you do a seance as well. You can get
Yeah.
hit at any time. They're really
Oh
dangerous.
wow. Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's what I said, well, I was gonna have one, but I was cautioned not to do it. But
Well,
I
it's
mean,
telling you not to.
unless I had like a psychic medium who really could, take that energy and do the right things with it, and yeah, and so then because they're like opening themselves, they need kind of like need backup and stuff too.
Right.
So, but yeah, have you ever done a séance?
No. I always
No?
want. I never had a chance to do whatever. No. So I don't
Oh,
really.
man.
I see
You know
them in
what? It'd be
movies.
super cool if you could come out and do one with us.
I, I mean, I would love to. So,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah, we're out here in Iowa, so I don't know if you get out to the Midwest very often.
no, I have not.
We're fun people though, and we're right on a river, and the weather is just beautiful right now. So, are y'all answering questions? Well, yeah, sure. What do you got? um, let's see. Shelly says she's new and that oh, Anthony says don't open doorways that you cannot close. So, and then is there you don't do you have a ghost over your shoulder? Anthony's wondering. Blonde-haired male. So,
It's funny how he says that because I don't want to give too much detail, but I do have activity at home.
okay, okay. So that could very well be that there's someone there. All right. Well, good deal. That's fun.
Well,
That's
that's
fun that
funny how
Anthony can see that.
that very interesting. If he wants to message me in a private message, I can explain a little bit more to him.
Okay. And then Shelly asks which of you is psychic, and I would say definitely not me. It's Anna.
But
So I mean I may be, but I think I haven't really validated that yet. And I
right,
really,
if,
I don't claim any kind of psychic abilities
and
necessarily.
it's not meant for you, but everybody has the third eye. It's just how you
Mhm.
learn yourself. So everybody has it. It's just that if you don't want to use it, it's not, you know.
Yeah. I've been trying to open my third eye using tanzanite. I have some tanzanite and I have tanzanite ring and tanzanite earrings. So I'm
Right,
trying to get my third eye more open.
right.
Um, he said, so he could see him then. Okay. So Anthony's looking for validation that he did indeed see someone. And then dark haired female at all, Nicola asks. And then question is, should I marry John or will I meet someone else? Shelly asked.
I can
So,
definitely answer that for them if they send me a private message. So if you
okay.
want to send me a private message, I can have me answer that for you.
Okay. And should they just send it to your messenger
Oh,
message?
one or in a spiritual message, either or,
Okay.
whatever they get me on, I'll answer it.
Okay. Good deal. And so then there's that. And then so do you ever use tarot cards anymore?
I use them like a tool, but if I feel like if I'm sitting with a client, if I don't need them, I don't need them. I can actually read the person's energy right off of them if they're really that strong.
Yeah. I can sometimes do that. I can read people. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's I think why I do good with tarot, because the spirits send me messages through the tarot card, and then I can, I kind of read the person and deliver that message, you know what I
Right.
mean? So, but that's pretty much the extent of my abilities at this point. But you never know, and I have been really trying to contact spirits. I think I don't know, but I may have contacted my mother, but I don't know for sure. Um, she passed away here on this property, and so I just I do try to contact her, and I
Right.
figure she might be hanging around.
When the time is right, she'll come and deliver you that special. What is the right moment?
And I find weird messages around the house, like I opened her lockbox, and inside there was nothing but injectable vitamin D, which is really weird, and a small medallion that had an angel on it and it said hope. So, and I mean, she sends me messages like that frequently. So that's all good. Do you have like a spirit guide?
I do. Someone told me once that I do have one. So
Okay. But you don't just
really look into it. No,
yeah, kind of
I
hang out,
should.
I
I
didn't know if
really
they like
should.
bring you messages or things.
They bring me messages all the time. I get feathers around my house. I get feathers inside my house. I get pennies in my bedroom all the time. Yeah, so the whole feather thing is kind of neat because one day I had one in front of the house, then I had one in the back of the house. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of bizarre today. Is there something that they're trying to tell me that I should be aware of? It's like, why am I getting the same feather, the same size everywhere around the house? So I
Right.
find that kind of cool when it does happen. And
Yeah.
really,
And
when you
you just
should really pay attention because it really does mean something.
yeah, I know. And that's the hard part, to like notice everything so that you can pick up on that message.
Right.
Sometimes it comes real easy. It's like, oh, okay, that's what they're trying to say. And sometimes it's like, what are they trying to tell me?
Right. It's like, okay, I'm listening and I know you're trying to tell me something. What is it?
Yeah.
Stop leaving me signs and just let me know what you're trying to show me.
Yeah, I know. Just make the signs legible so that I can read them, because I'm kind of slow.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about it.
But cool
So,
when things happen, it's like, I'm thankful when I do get them. So,
yeah. And that's it too. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful every day for everything that I've had in my life, like all the abundance and all the opportunities for manifestation, and just, I manifested the life I'm living right now, and it's pretty darn great.
yeah,
So, and I would tell that to anybody, everybody. You make life what you want it to be.
yeah.
You really
You
have the
only
power.
live once, so
Exactly. Make it
don't
a good one.
do what
Let's
you
see.
can to make yourself happy.
That's true. And you really can't rely on a life of worrying about what other people think.
Um,
It's
don't
great, and I know you want your family to approve of things, but
right.
still, I think at the end of the day, you have to just make yourself happy.
Yep.
And
'Cause-
then, I do have an accent a little bit like New Jersey. And my friend Gina and we went on a trip, and we took the little dog with us. And
right.
she didn't want to go kayaking because she said we were going to get lost. I said, "How are we going to get lost? You can see the house from here." So, we didn't go.
Yeah, I like
uh,
accent. When
yeah,
I'm
it's great. It's awesome. I catch everyone in the entire United States. So,
yeah,
it's
people could
not just New
hear.
Jersey.
You have a Jersey accent? Was like, yeah, yeah, it's there.
Yeah. And then, well, then the California, as you go out to California.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a place where I want to go. It's a bucket list of mine. There's so many horror. I'm a big horror fan of
Oh
movies.
yeah.
There's a lot of icon things out there that I want to hit, and so
Uh-huh.
hopefully days I want to go out to the Queen Mary and investigate there, and
Oh yeah, that'd
so
be
many,
awesome. I want to go to that place where Sharon Tate was murdered. And I did talk to a couple people about that place.
the hotel with Marilyn Monroe, and there's so many stuff to see.
Oh
It's
yeah. It'd be great. And
yeah,
yeah, I was lucky enough to interview Rick McCallum, who he's a stunt man, and he's been working in the industry for years. And then David Espinosa and Craig Ahrens are directors, and they're indie directors. And so I got to talk to a lot of people in the film industry, and they're doing the horror films and stuff, and supernatural, paranormal
right.
stuff. And it was just so fun and interesting.
Yeah,
And watching those movies is that's
yeah.
kind
I'm
of
gonna
got you on the edge of your seat. Oh,
yeah.
neat! I like your room. That's really
Oh,
cool.
thank. This is my is gonna be my new office. I just redid everything, and
Oh, wow!
yeah. This is where I'm gonna make the candles and everything. So it's in progress of being worked on. So I had to get my charger before you
Oh, sweet.
click.
That's a
click.
large room though. It's really neat.
Actually, it's a finished basement.
Uh-huh.
I'm in my office, and um, this that was my candle room where I'm gonna be doing everything. I just didn't want
Yeah.
the phone to shut off on you, so that's why I wanted to grab my charger.
Oh, okay,
Right.
good. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, she
Oh,
left.
where'd she go? Nope, I'm here.
Uh,
I'm all good.
so then Shelley says she loves kayaking. I do too. Living right on the river, I absolutely love kayaking.
I
And
never
then
did that before.
you've never done it before? Oh
No.
my God, you'd love it. It's just you glide along the top of the water, in a kayak, and it's very peaceful out there on the water.
Right.
And there's a lot of waterfowl. You were talking about feathers. I was out there with my oar in the water, picking feathers off of the water, and they were all like, different waterfowl. Uh, we have egrets and great blue herons and geese and ducks and cormorants and all kinds of birds. It's like a bird sanctuary here, kind of. So,
That
and,
sounds
and
wonderful.
it is nice here. Um, and so then she'd like a message, so she should message you directly.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem.
Okay. All righty then. So yeah. So then, what was your first experience as a medium that you were like, "Wow, I really am talking to people." You know what I mean?
Um, when I took the classes with friends, and we did like the one-on-one tarot cards, and that's how I really did find out. I knew I always had it, but when I went through the class, that's when I knew. When she told me that you have an amazing gift, that you should really work on it, and um, because when I was sitting down training with the clients that I had, they were like, "Oh my God, you're amazing! Like you really should really do something with it." So ever since then, I've been nothing but trying to, use my gift and reading people and making people happy with my messages.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's kind of where I'm at too, is trying to share information through podcasting, and get the word out on things, and like just get information to people, so that they can like learn and grow,
Yeah.
in their own spirituality.
Yep.
And I think that's important, because so many times now we're not there's the churches are closing, or I mean there's just the memberships down, and people don't have the faith that they used to have in anything. And I think that you know witchcraft is centered around faith in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and the faith that there is a creator that cares about all of us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm kind of I call myself a reformed Christian. And I, at one point did believe in that stuff, but then, as you grow as an individual, you learn other things, and you learn that that's probably not the case.
Yeah.
and and I started to rely more upon myself, and I think I'm much happier for it. So, are you going to celebrate the September 22nd coming up? Is
Yes,
there
of
anything?
course.
What will you do out there that's special for it's the fall equinox?
Um, I haven't thought that far ahead yet, to be honest.
We're trying to plan some festivities here, so I think we're going to have a big bonfire, of course, and
Yeah,
you know,
I love those. I do the bonfire in my yard, so.
nice, yeah. I love a fire, and
Me
somebody asked
too.
me
I
one
love the
time.
smell of it.
Yeah, somebody asked me once, well, why do you have a cauldron? And I said, well, because it's a safe place to build a fire in the middle of your house.
Uh, Is this the
Uh,
way they ask you that? Why do you have a cauldron? Maybe because I'm a witch. That's the
yeah,
only reason why I have one.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
But I always am trying to find a creative answer for things.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where? How else are you going to build a fire in the middle of your home? Oh Lord! And like, do you have a broom by the door? You keep the broom by the door.
No. I don't have one of those yet. You would think I
Oh,
do have one, but I really
well,
don't.
yeah,
I have my house broom upstairs, but no.
yeah. Well,
But
and it's all about the intention.
right. I always wanted to get one of those, but I always keep forgetting, and I really shouldn't. But I'm so
Yeah,
busy with this right now that it kind of slips my mind here and there.
yeah. And yeah, I took some birch twigs and tied them together to make a little broom to sweep out negativity.
Yeah,
Because
I
that's
mean,
kind of why I keep it by the door.
I do it. I do that with my herbs. I put certain herbs by the door to
Mhm.
make sure that
Yep,
no negativity comes, and I
yep,
save my room, and
yep,
so I do certain things to keep
yeah,
the negativity because I do a lot in this room, so I want to make sure that that door is always protected. So
yeah. Good call. And yeah, I do like rosemary by the door, and and I have mirrors too that I put so they face out. So it keeps negativity.
yeah,
uh,
I have my mirror in here as well.
Yeah. And I have witch bells that I made for the door. That was our craft last year during the winter. We've on the podcast they were making them, and we were following along as the audience and making our own witch bells and stuff. So but that's always fun. That's
Yeah,
the craft of witchcrafting.
it is very a lot of fun if you're very are into it. So
Yeah. And like with your candles and stuff,
yep,
there's your intentions go in that too, and
yes,
it's
because
part of.
it really does mean a lot to me to make sure that the customer gets exactly what they want and how they want it, and I want to make sure that they're satisfied with their candle.
Yeah. So do you have like your own altar then that you keep
Yeah, I do.
populated?
It's over there somewhere, and I have everything all set up. When we are done with here, I'll take a picture and share it with you.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. So yeah, I have a couple of different ones. I took the one down for outside for right now, and then I'm going to like switch over the one outside because we call it the sanctuary, and
Right.
it's out at the end of the yard, and there's a pulpit down there and a pew, and so then people can sit and enjoy the sunset or the view or just like listen to something inspirational.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a big huge bonfire back there too on the
Nice.
22nd. Yeah, and maybe some cider or something.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does. I love fall stuff anyway.
Oh
Pumpkin
my
spice.
god, I can't wait for fall and summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm stoked. And it was like, oh my God, it's getting chilly. But then it was like, oh, you can break out the sweaters.
Yeah, exactly. Right now it doesn't feel that way. It's like still humid. It's so
Oh, is it out
yeah,
there on the
over
East
here,
Coast?
yeah, it's still humid.
Oh, it wasn't too bad. Today was real cool and crisp, and it really felt like a fall day today.
Mm.
So I had to
It
dress
was okay
warm.
a little bit today, but every time when 3 o'clock comes, it always gets humid.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
in the afternoon. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So how far are you from the actual ocean?
Like not even 10 minutes.
Oh, neato.
Yeah,
I love
I
the
live right near seaside.
Oh, nice. I love the ocean. I love any body of water.
Oh yeah, the beach is my happy place. That's the one thing that I enjoy in the summertime is sitting by the beach and listening to it.
Yeah. And I beach comb and stuff like that too. So,
Yeah,
uh, yeah, I have my own little sand beach out front, and it's very that's my happy place too, I
nice.
think. Yeah. And but then summer's going to be over now, so and
Yeah.
sometimes the river comes in my house.
Oh,
So that's yeah,
really?
it comes up to where it's in the house.
Oh, but
It hasn't for a few years, thank God, but 2019 was a real pisser.
good lord.
Yeah. So, but then you kayak to and from your house, so it's an adventure every day. Every day is an adventure. I just kind of wake up like that, and that's what Sam and I decided. We were just going to wake up thinking that today is going to be even better than yesterday, and that was going to be how we woke up every day.
Yeah,
So just a little positive energy every morning.
sometimes it just has to try to be that way.
Yeah. Well, and I think positivity breeds positivity, So if you get up in the morning thinking it's going to be a great day, positive things can happen.
Yeah,
It could very well be the greatest day of your life.
and I cut people negativity, and a lot of good things have been going very good for me lately. So I'm
That's
hoping
awesome.
I'm loving it. It's
Yeah.
been waiting for a long time. I've been trying so hard and trying to get out there, and I just keep going, don't give up, and
Hmm.
work out in the UK, and I got so many things going on, and you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, so we'll see.
I
It's
know. It's great. And I'm really glad for you that everything's going well, and that things are looking up, and you got some positivity flowing in your life. So
yeah, it's
that's
going
good.
getting very busy, so I'm very
Well, I'm
happy with
glad I caught you before you got really busy and didn't have time to come on my
no
show.
I I love being on radio shows. I will always have time to be on a show. So no matter how busy I get, I will always squeeze in there to meet new people.
Oh, awesome. That's great. And I think that's what life is about, is like making connections with people, and just learning from them and growing as an individual, and just, keeping branched out. And it's that network, I think, of people that really is great for everyone, you know? So, well, and it's been super meeting you, Anna. And so, was there anything that you wanted to add at the last minute here to,
No, not just like and follow. Add yourself to my pages. There's a spell candle shop and a spiritual message. So add yourself if you have any questions on anything. Um, I do answer on this main page as well. My message is always open, and I'd be happy to be there and try to help you get through anything that you try to find answers for.
Awesome. Well, stick around, and I'm just going to say goodbye to all of our viewers and
Thank
all you guys
you.
who. Yes, thank you so much for coming to watch us, and I really appreciate that you've taken the time out of your day to spend some of it with us. And blessed be to all of you. And catch me on Wednesday night at 10 p.m. for Ask Madam, where we'll be a little bit more racy, but still fun. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.